Hello amazing people, hello beautiful people, you're welcome to another splendid edition of Get Impeccable with your amazing host Precious and Dean. I am always excited to have you all present here. In this episode of Get Impeccable, we will be discussing about calmness in creating a human connection. Guys, we need to be calm. But before we dive into our conversation, let us quickly recap what we discussed in our previous episode. In the last episode of Get Impeccable, we discussed about the mind-hammer equation. The mind-hammer equation exemplifying a life skills we need to possess in order to live a fulfilling life. If you did not watch the last episode on mind-hammer equation, please, I strongly recommend you go watch it. For us to clearly understand what we're going to be talking about, calmness in building a brand, calmness in building yourself and connecting with others, let's check out this abstract from the story titled Fearless Fears.
He told me, "You're too hyper, too energetic. I don't think I can handle you. How can you slap your colleague and now she is in the hospital? That makes no sense." Frustration consumed me as I tried to think of an explanation for Mr. Mike, my boss. What could I say to make him overlook the damage I had caused? Before I could mutter the courage to speak, his voice cut through the air like a sharp blade.
"Mueller, you're fired. Leave immediately."
As I walked out of the office, my mind replayed the struggle it took to get the job. All those efforts gone because of a moment of uncontrollable anger. Then a haunting voice echoed in my mind. Why weren't you calm? Though it's too late to get that job back, it's not too late, it's not too hard to fix myself. And that is how my journey of being calm began.
Dear people, Leola's story can be your story, it could be my story, and it kind of really resonates with most of us in this challenging and dynamic world where things really change and anxiety often gets the grip of us. Sometimes we might just be tempted to let agitation, anger, and violence get the better part of us. And that's why we have a lot of war happening in different spaces in the world. So what does it even mean to be calm? Being calm means understanding the need to be fierce, understanding the need to react violently, and intentionally being relaxed, not mirroring the energy of the person trying to cause you harm. So this totally means that we're able to understand the non-violence, the relevance of non-violence. And when we look into the different stories of people like Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Nelson Mandela's, you get to see that they promoted non-violence and their cause really brought in a lot of change. Because you cannot fight violence with violence. I know like you always get this in most places. You cannot counteract anger with anger. You cannot do all of that. We want more of positive energy on earth, right? So you cannot say, I'm gonna overpower darkness, and you're darkness yourself. No light will be seen. Let's think about being calm. Being calm means being able to activate the LOWME button. Did you know you have a button on you called the LOWME button? I bet you're shocked, right? Or you think I'm kidding, I'm joking. Alright, pause a little bit and let me tell you more about it. Well, amazing people, if you're enjoying this episode so far, then please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share the love of Get Impeccable. So what therefore is this LOWME button? And where is it? Well, the where is it will come later on, but what is it? Let's say the low me button is kind of a mantra that reminds you to maintain composure in times of anger, in times of violence or challenges that want to just cause that anger to rise up, right? So it's actually an acronym. Let's start with the L. Level-headed. Being level-headed amidst the conflict. If you check out the meaning of being level-headed, you see that it means maintaining a certain composure amidst conflict. And this is a very powerful capacity if you're able to build it, because environments get toxic, but how we manage ourselves will enable how much we're able to relate with other people. Let me buttress this point by sharing a story from my life experience. So when I was in grade 8, story. Yeah, story. So when I was in grade 8, I was once asked to write the names of noisemakers by a discipline master. So he asked to write the names of noisemakers, and well, one of the biggest class bullies, her name fell on the list because she was making noise. And I would not ignore her because I know she's a bully. I put her name on the list. Okay. So when she was beaten, she came to me and she was like, "Why did you put my name on the list?" You know, with this kind of stunning look and opening her eyes so wide. I was sitting on my chair, and I remember the small me. I was like having my book in front of me, and like I didn't even look at her. I was just like acting like I'm so focused. I was like, yeah. Then she said, "I'm talking to you and you're writing." She slapped me on my cheek. I'm like, what? I mean, she slapped me. God, I just remembered that. She slapped me. Guys. All right, I'm going to continue this story, like what happened later on. Let's get to the next. Let's focus. Let's get to the next letter of our acronym LOWME, which is organize. Being organized, guys. Okay, you'll be like, how does organization have to do with calmness? How? It has everything to do with it, because sometimes we need to organize our pattern of response when we face a certain scenario. If you're able to organize your response, you'll be like, how like before you do, you just like, okay, take a breather. How am I going to respond to this person? Like plan every response in your head, how your pattern of response. Don't just go into like reacting immediately. You get. So okay, let me continue how I was able to organize my response, because I was known for that back at school. So yeah. So when this girl slapped me on my cheek, I was like, what? I giggled like really loud. I laughed. Then I wrote, like I now started increasing my rate of writing. And I was like, and I was shaking my head like, yeah, 2 plus 2, 3 plus 2. I know at that point I wasn't understanding what I was really reading, but yeah, just to like make her really feel like she really did nothing to me. So I was like, it was 2, 3 plus 3. So, yeah. I'm acting so focused. And you know, she was like, I think at that point she was baffled with my response, because other people actually turned to look at what was happening there. Then they laughed at her and were like, you're even like giving someone attention that the person is even ignoring you, and they laughed at her. Then she hissed and left. So after that, some people were like, I'm so weird, because you know, like in my school, like most of the time, especially at that class, like it was always common to fight if someone really does something like wrong to you, because people always have this thing like prove your strength, and yeah, so it was really common for people to do. So like see my reaction, and like people were like, what? And they say I'm weird and whatever. But yeah, I got a name, and you know, some people even got to me when it came to like I should help them, like they face a conflict with someone, what can they do, like blah 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 blah. And I became like an advisor, not like advice, but like a consultant. You get. Let's go to the W, which is wait. Yes, guys, wait. Delay your reaction. Like, true to speak, if I didn't delay my reaction, but it's okay. Delay your reaction, because sometimes immediate response can just put you in a whole mess, like really big mess. So delay your reaction, like take a breather. You can like, okay, yeah, cut this, you count in your head from 1 to 5 or 5 to 1, and just like delete the response, take a breather, just wait. Thing is, once the adrenaline increases so much, sometimes it distorts your reasoning capacity and it affects you really bad. So that's why if you're able to maintain that sense of calmness, delay your response, then you'll be able to give a better response later on. You get. Go now to the M of the LOWME button, which is manage. Manage yourself. Like, manage what's going to happen. Maybe you just reflect, maybe I just have to move, you know, and being able to manage yourself is like actually taking a decision just to move away at that point. You know, you could just be like, right now I won't speak, I'll rather go. And if it really burns you that much, you could tell the person, of course. You could call them, you could send them a message. At least right now you know where the person is in your circle, right? Because some people trying to unravel their actual character to us, and we take it to heart and start acting really like, you know, our actions just worsen every situation, such a way that we become the bad person. Meanwhile, if we were able to react better, manage yourself, maybe just move away, then yeah, we know where the person is in our circle, in our social life, and we're able to place them there. Whatever, depending on the scenario, right? But manage yourself, okay? Now the last function of the LOWME button is ease. Yeah, it is ease, which, yeah, being at ease, you get. So being at ease, guys, if you're able to like really manage the LOWME button, like put in practice the LOWME button, you'll be at ease. And being at ease often means two fundamental things in this context, which is one, empathy, exhale, empathy, exhale. So exhale does not literally mean it doesn't literally mean you exhaling, although that also applies at a certain point. No, exhaling just means relax. You know, there's a certain soothing effect when you are exhaling and inhaling, right? So like, it just means relax yourself. Yeah, and that's like being at ease. Just relax yourself, calm yourself, and just process. And when you're able to relax yourself, then you're able to enable the cranial nerves, you know, the brain cells to be able to function well in their reasoning capacity. So yeah, your entire mind to be able to function well in that aspect, and that will enable you to empathize. I mean, some situations maybe we are at fault, you know. Don't say you're never at fault because you're not perfect. Maybe you're at fault. So at this point, just think about it, empathize, put yourself in the person's shoe. I mean, put yourself, if you were in their shoe, would you do like that thing? Like, would you feel the same? Would you do that? Just like try to empathize and, you know, reflect at certain points. Yeah, so, and yeah, that's the LOWME button. I bet right now some of you guys are currently like, where can this button be? Where is it? Eh? Pressure, show us now. So let me show you guys. Let me there you go. The LOWME button cannot be seen with the naked eyes. Yes, the LOWME button can only be seen with the help of a microscope and an expert like me. So you need to pay me to help you find it. Yeah. Alright, I'm kidding, I'm joking, guys, but I hope that made you laugh. Like, you know, please tell me in the comment section if I actually made you laugh with this my short, hey, how do they call it, short joke, because I'm actually considering a career in comedy. You understand? I have been seeing that comedy is really, it's a very vital, it's a very fertile part, lucrative part in today's world. So I'm considering comedy. What do you recommend? What do you recommend? Can I be your comedian? Cause you laugh out your lungs, people. Anyways, guys, the LOWME button, actually being serious here, the LOWME button is new. It's just about developing this, you know, every part of the acronym, being able to build that part of yourself. And once you're able to activate the LOWME button in you, it automatically functions. You don't even need to like go through the process of like counting, reflecting, you just find that you're able to, respond in that manner. Right now, I bet you're asking me, how can we develop it? Because you said I'm saying it's vital, right? So how can we develop it? Well, that, my dear people, will be discussed in the next episode of Get Impeccable. So it'll be a bonus tip. Thank you all so much for watching this special episode of Get Impeccable. I am super grateful to have you here up to this moment. So please, if you did like this episode, if you enjoyed, if you learned one or two things, something new, please do please do subscribe, comment, let me get your feedback, what to improve, like what to change, you get your feedbacks are really important. And yeah, please therefore to share, share with your family, friends, loved ones, enemies. Yeah, just share and build a better world, a calmer world, a non-violent world, a peaceful world. Until next time, I remain your most lovely, special, beautiful host, Precious and Dean. Ciao, a bientôt.